Chapter 90, Evidence. It was past 2 o'clock in the morning when Hyun-ki came home. The guard looked at the time and noted it. Meanwhile, Hyun-ki entered their bedroom quietly, looked at Riel closely, and stared at her for quite some time. He felt a stabbing prick in his heart, and felt guilty for leaving her alone in bed, and missing dinner with her. He raised the duvet to cover her body. He went straight to the bathroom, brushed his teeth, and showered. Then he padded to his side of the bed, went under their duvet, and placed his arm over Riel's body, hugging her close. Unknown to him, Riel was still awake, waiting for him, and immediately closed her eyes, pretending to be asleep when Hyun-ki came in. Beads of tears flowed down her cheeks after he went to bed, and her sniffling didn't escape his attention. He rose sideways and turned her face to his. Beads of tears were flowing from her eyes. Hyun-ki felt like his heart had been stabbed. "Riel, you're still awake. Why are you in tears? I'm so lonely, Hyun. I never expected this pregnancy to leave me so lonely, dark and gloomy. What was happening to us, Hyun? Don't you like to have this child? Babe, you're wrong. I love having kids, and wanted to build a family with you. Then what happened, Hyun? You don't seem to care for me anymore, more so this child in my womb. You were so distant. Why?" Hyun-ki was lost for words, and didn't know either, and he got confused. "Could you tell me if you feel it was wrong to have a child right now? I won't force you to have this child. I could bring up this baby without you." Hyun-ki interrupted Riel and stammered. What are you saying? "Of course, I like to have a child, Riel," she interrupted him. "Yes, but not this present time. As if you're not ready to be a father. We could go away, and if you feel you're ready, we will always be waiting. You don't have to force yourself. I could manage, but not this emptiness you're trying to give. It is painful. I am hurting, Hyun. Rather than make me live lonely, let me live happily with this baby, without you. No, don't do this, babe. I need you and this child. It would be best if you stayed with me. Never think of leaving, and I won't let you." Riel was helpless and confused about Hyun-ki's feelings that she couldn't stop crying. He embraced her tight. His thoughts were like a whirlpool, and he couldn't get his thoughts straight and the correct answers about his feelings. The weather was humid when Riel woke up. The sky was dark, and it seemed that it would be about to rain. It was already past 7:30. Hyun-ki was still asleep, and she knew why. She left the room and quietly descended the stairs. She could not understand his reason for having her stay with him, and yet could not contain her disappointment over his uncaring and heartless attitude towards her, his lies, and his disregard of her pregnancy. Junie approached her when he learned that Riel was in the dining area. "Ma'am, sir." Hyun-ki came home at around 2 a.m. One of the subdivision securities spotted the Lexus at about 1:30 a.m., parked close to the Lee residence. They wondered if his car might have broken down and left it there. The security told us that cars were not allowed to remain parked outside the house unless an event was taking place. Mr. Hyun-ki should have known the protocol in this subdivision. "Ma'am, do you think I should inform him? He might have forgotten about this." "No, let him learn his lesson." Riel felt futile about this incident, and loneliness was beginning to overwhelm her again. She stood from her seat and went to the living area. She was behind the glass door, looking outside, watching and listening to the sound of the rain pelting on the ground. Her mind seemed to flow with the raindrops, thinking about how time changed so quickly, having pulled Hyun-ki with it. She was in this state, sniffling, when Hyun-ki came up to her from behind. Having heard her sniffles, he embraced Riel from behind and kissed her cheeks. "I'm so sorry about yesterday. I didn't mean to question our baby. I felt jealous and insecure about Akio, because he was always around you. Most of the time, I doubted his true intention. Was it friendship, or was he still in love with you? After all this, do you sincerely love me, Hyun? Why do you doubt me? Time and again, I told you that Akio was a true friend, and he would always be my friend. And soon, he will become our child's godparent. Don't tarnish my relationship with Akio, because it was a genuine friendship." Hyun-ki continued to embrace her, and whispered, "I love you with all my heart, Riel. Please don't think of leaving me." She closed her eyes, wanting to believe him. Still, deep inside, she was hurting, because he had never admitted his infidelity. A moment later, Akio Hino's Range Rover entered the Han residence, and Noemi announced his arrival. Hyun-ki was again surprised. Riel explained that Akio volunteered to help decorate their child's bedroom. Then came the arrival of the baby's furniture. Noemi showed the baby's bedroom to the men, with the baby crib, bathtub, change table, bassinet, and other accessories. The three were smiling, delighted, and excited about fixing the baby's room. At that moment, excitement was also happening at Rosemary's home. Rosemary was still asleep when the doorbell rang. Rosemary rose quickly, feeling excited, thinking it was Hayonaki, who returned so early. Without fixing herself, still in her nightie, she got shocked, because standing before her were her husband, Nicholas, their son, Miko, and her in-laws. "Wow, what a great morning greeting you have here," Nicholas remarked. Rosemary immediately hugged her husband and son, then quickly realized her skimpy look. She dashed to her bedroom and wore a bathrobe. "You are still sleeping? Were you not coming to work today?" asked her mother-in-law. "I overslept, so sorry," Rosemary replied. Rosemary didn't lose her grip on her son, whom she missed so much, and Nicholas kept his embrace to his wife, showing how much he missed her. "You don't have to go to work today, honey. Call your boss and inform them that your husband has just arrived from the US. He'll understand." "Yes, I have to do this now. I'll get my phone in the bedroom." Rosemary called the purchasing division manager and told her why she won't be working today. She then made another quick call, this time to Hayunki. She pretended to talk to her boss when it was Hayunki she was calling. But Hayunki was not responding because he and Akio were assembling the baby furniture pieces, and his phone was in their bedroom. So, she texted instead, saying, "Baby, my husband returned from the US. Please do not come here. We'll see each other on Monday, in my office. Be missing you so much. I love you." Nicholas was shocked to see their bedroom. It was like a tornado blew their bedroom. Pillows were on the floor, and the bed cover was disarrayed. "Is this how you sleep now, honey? Everything turned upside down. You must have had a horrifying dream." "Uh-oh. I was removing them to change into fresh ones. Just in time. Now that you're here." She excused herself with a lie. Nicholas pitched in to help. He rolled the blankets, removed the pillowcases, and put them in the laundry basket. Something made Nicholas notice, so he took the pillowcases and sniffed them, one after the other. He was sure that those pillowcases had two different scents. It was like a man's cologne scent, and the other was, of course, he knew the smell of his wife's perfume. It raised a question in his thought. How can this be a man's scent unless? Nicholas sat on the couch, trying to figure out what these scents could mean, when his eyes caught something protruding under the bed's leg. He stooped down, reached out with his hand, and out came a wallet. Having heard Rosemary's talking to him, he quickly hid the wallet in his pocket. "Darling, I'll shower, then dash for some groceries I need for today's menu. Would that be okay?" Nicholas stammered as he replied, "Yes, but do make it quick. I'll finish clearing our bed." Rosemary was having a shower when her mobile rang. Nicholas was about to pick it up when he saw a name on her mobile screen, "My chief." Nicholas took the phone and handed over to Rosemary in the bathroom. "Rose, your chief is calling. Here, better answer it, and it might be urgent." Nicholas listened behind the door of the bathroom. Rosemary answered in a low tone, "Hello, Hyun. Did you get my message?" "What?" "You're looking for your wallet, which I might have dropped somewhere in my bedroom." "Oh my. Okay, I'll look for it. And then, I'll bring it to your office today." "But that is impossible." Hyun. Rosemary was nervously panicking, then replied, "Okay, I'll just say it is urgent. I'm off now," simultaneously placing the phone on the bathroom's countertop. Meanwhile, Nicholas immediately looked inside the wallet, saw Hayunaki's photo with a woman, and thought it could be his wife or girlfriend. Then took a business card bearing Hayunki's name, and was stated as CEO. Nicholas quickly threw the wallet where he found it, and continued fixing the bed. This time, his anger was rising, and he was trying to hold it back. He wanted to know more, concealing his doubt and suspicion about her wife's dishonesty. Rosemary got out of the shower and started looking for Hayunaki's wallet, still wrapped in a towel. She found it under the bed and quickly placed it in her bag. While she was dressing up, Nicholas was getting ready for his next move. Rosemary and Hayunaki were getting close to being caught by none other than Rosemary's husband, Nicholas. Would this be the end of Hayunaki and Rosemary's illicit relationship?